Hello and welcome. KL Johnson speaking to you from humble Wichita, Kansas. I want to talk to you for a couple of minutes about Jaguar Genetics. Look on this side. Jaguar Genetics is an early form school of liberal arts and sciences project where students will learn through read and PowerPoint, do some vocabulary tasks, work with the words and the new terms, draw jaguars to compare parent and offspring, review the purpose of comparing and contrasting to send those home in the teacher packet, and then they will play, splitting up, well, in this case for genetics research, not plush animal vet clinic. So let's get to work. Number one, you're going to read and research based on Gregor Mendel and his heredity research, but mostly focusing on this book here and this book here. Next thing you're going to do is come down here and you're going to do some vocabulary research. You're going to work with these terms using these cardboard words, and you're going to work with all of these genetics terms and compare them with terms that are more familiar, and you're going to categorize and classify, and you're going to become familiar. And there are some games and so forth that also help you to become familiar with the GCAT, which is what I do to teach the basic letters in the alphabet of DNA. Speaking of DNA, this is not DNA, but this is a double helix model. Here it is two-dimensional, there it is three-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional. Now everyone comes to their desks and they are going to watch as I model using points and lines to draw jaguars, one parent jaguar and one offspring. When complete, it will look something like this. Teacher packet will include this background, which will include, excuse my spelling, I've corrected that since I've made this. And so you will have this full piece to put up on a Jaguar Genetics board. And then finally, students will have a multitude of games, including Sherlock Holmes, to assist them in understanding. I've color-coded G green, C blue, A red, yellow, brown, or black is T, GCAT. That would be for guanines, cytosine, adenine, and thymine. Use the little blue books. Kind of leads into the later on when we get to the School of Medicine and we practice veterinary medicine on animals. I'll give you an example of one really fun game after I show you a few. Here's one called Infected, and you basically you inoculate this victim with antibodies, and there's a game where you can take these 4 antibodies and knock out all of this. They are double-sided. Knock out the disease that this body is trying to combat. And it's a team game. It's not you against your partner. It's your partner and you against the bubonic plague. Boom, boom, boom. Or whatever has been introduced into your system. And then a funner game and I'll be finished. I like this one. So we've got our GCAT. We've got our guanine, our cytosine, our adenine, and our thymine. And what you do is take turns with your partner casting these randomly at this net. I don't know if I can prop this up to show you this somewhere really quick. And then you would be capturing them as your partner is casting them randomly. And when your time is up, and time is up. So grab some of these excess that didn't go in. You can go ahead and count the parts just for fun. You want to line these up, and then your partner goes, and then there's a game that goes with this over to the side where you want to create create strands of DNA when they're all lined up that result in twins. And there's a game that you play in order to do that by, like this would be two balls together would make a system. One ball by itself would be a system. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 systems here. And you'd have two lines, you'd have another row that your partner threw, and so you would turn those into twins. This is K.L. Johnson speaking to you from humble Wichita, Kansas. This is Early Form School of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Jaguar Genetics.